So, the moral of the story is here, I'm going to say, even though I have all the paperwork, I have all the receipts for this motor being assembled by another guy, and even though everything is here, and we've taken cameras down the spark plug holes, and we see the pistons, see the fire, the chambers are all good to go, got the great hash in there and everything else. You can tell that everything's new. Took the valve covers off, seen everything look great, but everything was in the details. So I'm not sure if I'm going to just pull this head out and inspect it, or if I'm going to end up pulling this whole motor and doing a just complete run through to make sure everything's done right. So, well, to be continued again. I shall see what I come up with next. So I got the head off and I'm looking at it, and it looks like somebody did some backyard grinding, I guess. There's the valve that I believe was leaking, and you can see it might have some grind marks in there. I was told these heads were brand new, I didn't think they had been messed with. Here's the valve. Seems to roll pretty smooth. Don't seem to be any bent valve or nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I think is gonna make these heads trash. I don't know. I've seen some port jobs. I've not seen a port job this poor. So here they are. And if you look right there on that little notch right there, see if I pull away the light. There you go. You can see that little notch right there. Let me see if I can point at it. Right there. That's an exhaust valve. I'm surprised it wasn't leaking there, but where it was leaking is this one here, like I showed you earlier. It just looks sketchy. All them grind marks, all the port jobs I've seen have always been pretty smooth. Maybe somebody out there knows more than I do, but I don't know much about those ports being so rough. And like I said, these other ports weren't the greatest. I had a little bit of air leakage on all of them. I mean, look at that right there. That just looks, I don't know, to me it doesn't look that smooth. Right there in that corner there. That looks nasty. Maybe that's just some grease or something. Let me see. No, that's metal. So, yeah, there's where I'm left at on this part. So I'm guessing probably just need to get a new set of heads, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a 12.5-to-1 compression with these heads on. I really don't want to run 100 octane fuel at the minimum. So maybe I'll just put some other heads on there and get somewhere around a little less so I can run 93. So I'll show you the pistons. Pistons look pretty good. All the hash. Looks like good, great cylinders. Looks like they marked them up and did it right. There's our new high torque starter. Getting a little radiator fluid on it where I pulled the heads, but I'll wipe that down. But so that's where I'm at now. Kind of debating on whether I want to pull the motor and get it out of there and pull it all out and do a complete tear down and complete inspection and do it right. Have no more surprises, because it does suck going through this twice. I had it on the stand. I wish I'd done this in the first place, but a few people talked me out of taking it apart and inspecting everything. They was like, oh, it's ready to go, just throw it in there, you got all the paperwork, just go. My mistake. Hey, lesson learned. If anybody can learn from me, yeah, tear it down, look at it yourself. I got a great deal on it, but I guess that's lessons learned. But at least we got it thrown in there. I know what I've got to do to get it back out, so it's no big deal, and everything else is new. And there's a few other things I'm going to change. I'm putting a dual fan on the radiator, and I got to move the transmission cooler to the front. I need some new transmission cooler lines. I'm gonna reroute that and all that. So, with that said, I'm gonna say to be continued again. I would love to crank this thing over. I'd love to get it going. This is my first Chevy block I've messed with. I'm learning a lot. I've been done a lot of Fords. I've messed around with a bunch of 302s and heads and motors and stalls and transmissions with those. And so this is my first real tear down on a Chevy. I'm learning a lot, but we'll get her done. It's just a heart. We'll replace her. We'll get it fixed up. With that being said, here's the block. It looks pretty good on the bottom side. I mean, it looks pretty clean. Both sides have brand new. The cylinders look great. I put a little bit of oil in there to keep them from rusting. Got a lot of temperature change here. So yeah, I mean, I guess next thing I'm gonna do is pull this block and maybe have it completely tore down and inspected. I really don't want to take a chance of putting that new heads on there and just flying it and going and see what happens. End up tearing up the bottom end because something wasn't tight or something ain't done right like the heads. So there I am. So kind of a lesson learned. Everybody else can I hope you learn off me. Paperwork, receipts, everything looks new, don't mean they put it together right. So oh well, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna continue these videos. So if anything, I got some nice videos to keep on continue. You guys see where I started and you can see where I've ended. And by the end of this, we'll have it started up, I hope. So I appreciate it if you guys give me some likes, some subscribes. Hey, give me some comments. Go ahead and put in there how much of an idiot I am. I know, should have done that in the first place, but hey, live and learn. Ain't hurting nothing. It's just extra work I got to do for me.